Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Y'all, here I go. Need to put my 2 cents in. Something else that I saw that's kind of looking like she need to go sit down somewhere and be quiet because you didn't even have anything to say when all that stuff was going on, when them pictures and all of that were going on with your daughter. And to me, it was kind of like it was being ignored. And now all of a sudden you have something to say. So maybe I might be wrong because y'all, I pretty much say the same thing every video. Like if you looked at enough of my videos, then you would know that I don't be in these people's lives like talking about. Even if I'm a fan of them, I kind of still might not be digging through their lives like a needle in a haystack. So it's still a lot that I really don't know and a lot that I really don't care to know because if I did, then I would do the research on it or whatever the case may be. But I just had something that I need to say about this because those pictures were going around. This was maybe about 2 months ago when it was out that the youngest daughter, Aoki, was messing with some 65-year-old white guy. I think he was a billionaire, something like that. And everybody else was saying something about it, but the parents of this girl, which was Kimora Lee Simmons and Russell Simmons. Now I can't really. I mean, well, they say if it's your own child, then you will have something to say. Because I was about to say I can't really see Russell Simmons really having much of anything to say because he got with her mother like that. So, and as far as Kimora, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking like let their father groom you and do all of that when you were underage. And so I was looking like maybe they didn't see any type of issue with their what? How old is this girl? I forgot how old she is, but I'm gonna find out when I read this article about your daughter being with that old man that she was with. But now all of a sudden you're embarrassed. This is what Kimora Lee said that she's embarrassed. So this came out about a couple of days ago, y'all. And I saw this and said, just kind of had some stuff that I want to say about it. So anyway, y'all, let me get to this article. This is from TMZ, and it says Kimora Lee Simmons embarrassed Aoki got with older man. My daughter was set up. How? Y'all, let me read this article because I'm not understanding already. Okay, so Kimora Lee Simmons said she felt a little embarrassed when she saw pics of her 21-year-old daughter kissing a 65-year-old, especially because she feels like Aoki got played. We we caught up with the fashion mogul Thursday in NYC and asked her all about Aoki's short-lived tryst with restaurateur Victorio Asaf. She doesn't think it was ever a real relationship and even referred to him as just a toad Aoki kiss. Okay. Kimora Lee Simmons as she feels her daughter was set up, and while she doesn't exactly come out and say what she means by that, she certainly implies the vast age difference screwed with her daughter's head. Then a bombshell. Simmons says she felt embarrassed her daughter publicly hooked up with a guy, but it didn't stop her from showing Aoki love and support after the images of her and Vittorio surfaced. That being said, Mama Simmons did met out a slight punishment. I is that met met me? I don't know what that is, y'all. But anyway, y'all, whatever, Kimora. That's how I'm looking at this because she's sounding kind of crazy. Okay, so on with the article, y'all. Paparazzi snapped 21-year-old Aoki making out with Vittorio on Caribbean beach, leading to public disgust and ultimately a quick ending to whatever relationship they had just days after the photos surfaced. Her father, hip hop icon Russell Simmons, weighed in on the drama at the time, but Kimora mostly kept her opinions to herself. We also asked about we also asked her about Diddy. Her kids are close to the twins, Jesse and Delilah, and she says the girls attended her 49th birthday dinner recently. I'm sorry, y'all. As for the allegations against Diddy, check out the clip for yourself. Kimora's not wading too far into that drama if she can help it. Kimora's name came up in connection with Diddy months ago. A 2004 interview resurfaced in which she claimed Diddy threatened to hit her while she was pregnant. She acknowledged Diddy ultimately did not hit her and later apologized. Hmm. I wonder why that came. So, well, yeah, ain't no wonder. But yeah, y'all. So anyway, let me get back onto this. I'm not feeling Kimora. I'm not feeling her. I usually don't have too much of an issue with Kimora, but I'm not feeling this because how did you, okay, she said that she was embarrassed. You were embarrassed, but you didn't say anything. I don't know. It's something going on with this girl. It's something going on with Aoki. Don't forget that just a few months back, she was on live ranting and crying about the relationship that she had with her father, Russell Simmons, and just kind of going off, a little bit on live, and really had people like really concerned for her well-being, like, you know what I'm saying, like was she okay? But then at the same time, well, as far as for myself, at the same time, I'm kind of thinking to myself, there's probably a lot of emotions and stuff that she's letting out. She probably, with what her father has going on, and she probably really hasn't, wasn't able to express herself and how she felt about certain situations, and maybe what it was that he just did just put the icing on the cake, and she just kind of snapping. And I kind of looked at it as that, but then, you know what I'm saying, after that live, and a little while later she came with something else, and it just kind of had me wondering, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't know. And then there was speculations about drug use with her. I think people were trying to, say the white powder, but I don't really know a whole lot about them. So to say if I believe the drug thing or not, and that's neither here nor there, because just like I said, I don't know these people. And then we talking about the industry, and we all know that these kids, look at the parents. So a whole lot of times the kids don't, they just, and then we come to find out years later that they were alcoholics or on drugs at 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? So who knows what this girl doing? Maybe she on drugs, maybe not. I don't know. But she just, I don't know. She just has a lot of weird stuff going on with her. But like I said, for Kimora, what made me want to make this video, because I saw this about her, and there's, this guy, I saw this months ago, but I really wasn't. I mean, if she want to be with a 65-year-old wrinkled up old man, then that was her business. It wasn't. I wasn't gonna waste my breath to talk about it. But now I want to waste my breath to talk about it because I'm side eyeing Kimora. Like, you were embarrassed, but you didn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you're. So is that why you didn't say anything, because you were embarrassed and you felt like your daughter got played? But what did you do to you know what I'm saying? What did you do to step in? Because from my from my understanding, the girl, well, they say from what social media was the one that kind of short lived that relationship or whatever that was that they had going on. But you would have thought that she would have said something, that Kimora would have been said something. You know what I'm saying? But just like I said, when we think about how she started off, and with their father, you know what I'm saying? Because I think I do remember Russell saying something, but I think that what he said, and I'm gonna see if I can find that to post to this video, because he said some off the wall that made me roll my eyes at him again too. Because he said some off the wall mess about his daughter messing with this 65-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't really too concerned about it from the sounds of it. And it doesn't sound like Kimara was too concerned about it. She's saying now, months later, she's talking about how embarrassed she was by it. But, how embarrassed were you really? Are you embarrassed because, it was being talked about in the blogs? Are you embarrassed because of that? Or, you know what I'm saying? What are you really embarrassed about? So anyway, y'all, I'm not gonna make this post long, but I wanted to. There's something else that I saw, because after Kimara, like I said, she came up. I mean, she said this, or this was posted May 10th. So right after that, on May 11th, Aoki came out. Well, she's reacting to Kimura saying that she was embarrassed about her kissing an older man. So I haven't read this yet. So let me see what she's talking about. So the Simmons family mother daughter standoff is getting more public as Aoki appears to be firing back at her mom, Kimora Lee Simmons, for commenting about Aoki's brief fling with much older restaurateur Vittorio Asaf. Aoki posted a quote Friday from Dr. Nicole Lipera that certainly reads like a response to Kimura telling TMZ she was embarrassed by her. I mean, she was embarrassed her 21-year-old daughter was photographed sucking face with 65-year-old Asaf. And I'm not gonna read that, but I'll leave that right there for y'all to read. Let me go on. That's from Aoki. So let me just go on with the article. So okay, so the comment seems to have struck a chord with Aoki, who highlighted Liperia's words. Good girl conditioning sends a clear message. Don't be too much. Don't be too much or want too much. She added, it's why so many women tolerate misery. May we teach young girls to say no clearly and to disappoint people regularly. May we free her from the generational cycle of being polite and easy. Translation: Aoki doesn't want to follow what she views as stifling societal. I'm buzzing, y'all, so bear with me. Let me start that over. Aoki doesn't want to follow what she views as stifling societal norms women have lived by for so long, or so it seems. Take that, mom. Of course, who's to say Kimora, an extremely independent woman, would disagree with that? When we saw her this week in NYC, she weighed in on Aoki Smooch Fest with ASAP on a Caribbean beach in April. Remember, this led to public disgust over their huge age gap and the quick end to their short romance when the images surfaced in the media. So Kimura told us that she didn't think the relationship was real and that Aoki was set up, and we just read that in the article that we just read. So let me go down. It says Mama Simmons also referred to ASAP as a toad, while also admitting she was a little bit embarrassed by the ordeal, but that Aoki will always have her full love and support. Seemed like a warm parental remark, but Aoki might have a different take. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me click on this right here. Let me open this up in another page because this I forgot I wanted to, and that way I won't have to find it. But whatever Russell, yeah. So this is what he had to say back when the pictures came out of about when the pictures came out of Aoki and and a 65-year-old guy. That's what her father had to say, that he wasn't going. I mean, y'all saw, he wasn't going to kick and scream. And let me see, because I'm not going to read all of that either. But what he said right there at the top, that he was not going to kick and scream over his daughter dating an older guy. But I don't think anybody was expecting him to kick and scream or say anything about it altogether, because we know that that's, what I'm saying. Well, we don't know for a fact. He haven't hasn't been well, as far as I know, charged or whatever the case may be. We're gonna say allegedly, but you know what I'm saying. That's been his whole thing, his whole career. That's what's been talked about with him. So I wouldn't see him kicking and screaming over his daughter messing with the older guy, because daughter probably, if he probably would have said something to her about being with this man, she probably would have said something to him about the age that he was when he started dating her mother. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess he kind of took the high road off of that, because Aoki sound like, from what it's seeming like, she sound like she kind of ready to go in. Like if Kimura come out side face, or if Russell come out side face, you know what I'm saying? She sound like she ready to go in. She been kind of, like I said, I don't know. People been speculating drug use with her from the way that she's acting. They said that so much weight loss, but she's always been skinny though, right? I mean, her mother, her mother's skin. I thought that she always been skinny, but they said that she's even skinnier than she was, and um she doesn't look right, and just all type of stuff that they're saying about this little girl. But just like I said, who knows about these celebrity kids. I kind of I mean, well, I'm about to say I kind of hope that she's not on drugs, but if she is or if she isn't, that's not gonna be neither here nor there for me. It's not gonna do anything to disrupt my life or anything with my life, as me knowing or caring about it is gonna do anything with hers. So I mean, she's a celebrity kid. Like, that be it's kind of like it's not surprising is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, y'all, I just don't know what Kimara talking about that she was embarrassed by, but you being embarrassed by it, you didn't say anything. Well, as far as I know, and as far as I heard, I didn't hear a peep from Kimara when those pictures or whatever were going around about the girl, with the girl and her boyfriend. I didn't hear anybody say anything. So like I said, y'all, it's whatever. It's neither neither here nor there with me what these people are doing in their lives. But for her to come out and say that she felt a little embarrassed by something that she wasn't saying anything about, unless she wasn't, it just wasn't in the blogs, which that could have been possible, because I'm assuming that these people know how to, when they don't want their personal life and its personal lives in the blogs. I'm certain that they know how to keep their names out of the blogs. So maybe she was just doing that and just making sure that it didn't get to any of the blogs or any of the media how she was really feeling until they actually saw her and asked her about it. So, But anyway, y'all, I don't know with these people. They just say it seems like the more I do these videos on them, the want to put my 2 cents in what they have going on with their lives. They kind of seem, or a little bit, I don't know, people just really seeming unhappy, like money not really making them happy. Their lives almost more miserable than people out here, regular folks out here that's struggling trying to pay bills or whatever. Like they're able to pay their bills and all of that, but everything else, they just, I don't know, they be kind of like faking happiness. Like they really don't seem happy. Like y'all have all that money and just one thing after the next with y'all. So anyway, y'all, thank y'all for watching my video. I'm out.